We're going to use Copilot to perform a cost volume profit analysis. So usually when we start, we'll hit new chat, or we can just write start a new chat. And then we're going to, I usually like to ask it for some help so that I'm providing what it needs. And so I tell it I'd like to perform a sensitivity analysis and ask what it needs. And so it's asking me to set up my base case, create some scenarios, analyze results, use various tools. A lot of times I find that it will send you to Excel. I like to try to see if I can get it to do it here within Copilot for me. So it's asking me to give the base case, kind of where did we start from in our cost volume profit analysis. So let's go ahead and do that. Tell it what the base case is and ask it to calculate the profit for this base scenario. So sales volume of 2,000, unit sales price is 15, unit variable cost is 9. I like how it gives the formula here, and so we can kind of see, hey, here's where sales volume gets involved, here's how it adds up, and here's my base case. So there. And so what I want to do now is give it its various scenarios to do that. And let's go ahead and allow the sales price to vary between 10 and 20. We see it started at 15. And we'd also like the unit variable cost to be between 6 and 12. And I'm asking it to calculate the profits for each scenario. So here's the various scenarios. So if the sales price is 10, and then it allows the unit variable cost go to 6 to 12, and then for each representative sales price there, it's included. And so that's all included there. Now I'm going to ask it to give me a heat map and let me see what that might look like as a visualization. Okay, so a heat map allows us to see kind of visually what's happening with all these tables and help us to see it. Okay, so here is the heat map. I don't like some aspects of this. I prefer the number, right? But what it's doing is it's giving the sales price and the unit variable cost, and as the number gets more blue, then profits are higher. And so you can see here, profits are highest when sales price is high and unit variable cost is low, and that's where we're going to see the highest amount. Okay, so I'm going to ask it to change it up just a little bit. We'll see if we can work with it to do that. I'm going to say, please give me, please adjust the visualization to be red when profits are smallest and green when profits are largest. And so we could give it a little more detail on exactly how to do that, and we can just see if that'll work for us. Now, I've had various amounts of luck over time doing that, but you can kind of see the red here, and here's the green, and I mean, it's not really negative, so maybe it's kind of implying, you know, if you're below 0 in this area, then that's what it would provide. So now what I'd like to do is output the heat map as a PNG file and have it ready that I could download. I like giving it a specific name so that I can remember what it is later. And it says it's going to give me a link and has not yet given me a link. And so it says it's saved, but it has not given me a link. So whenever that happens, I am persistent and ask it to do it again. So at this point I can either go with that, or I can just save the image and take a look at it later. So I often find that they get a little bit lazy, but I'm going to ask it to output the prompts here in a Microsoft Word file. I often like to output that to the screen so I can see that. But here's the link, so if I clicked on it, it's going to show up in my downloads folder. So you can kind of see that. Okay, so that completes this lab.